Alright guys, so this is gonna be a video touching base on how much does it cost to keep an SRT or even get into these things, you know. So I'm basically gonna be my hair is messed up right now, as usual. Don't even worry about that. But yeah, I'm about to be talking about how much it costs for maintenance, how much it costs to get one, how much does it cost to you know, just do mods to it, whatever. Now, I've had my SRT for about 4 months, but I do have some friends that have one of them has a 300 that's Hellcat swapped, and the other guy has a Demon, and these are through the car community friends. These are but anyway, so basically what it cost me to get my car, you will not find. You like it gotta be a miracle to find. Hold on. It really gotta be a miracle to find. Like, honestly, I got mine for so cheap. Now, average price if you want to buy a Chrysler 300. I'm not gonna wait till the end of a fucking video to even start pricing and shit like people do. But the average pricing on a Chrysler 300 SRT8. Yeah, this is why I'm going to the gym now, bro. My face getting kind of fat. Yeah, but yeah, the average pricing on a Chrysler 300 SRT8 would average about like 100 and I don't know, let's just say around 100 to 150k miles, or even to 170, right? The average pricing is about like 12 to like 14,000 for these cars. I mean, depending on the area, probably like Detroit or Atlanta, you know, Chicago, you can possibly find some for around 10, high 9s, depending on condition, again. But if you, like, the ones that are going to be in like high 9s and 10s, they're going to have rust, they're going to have minor issues, but nothing really serious. If you see one price for that high, it's most likely running and driving and able to be a daily driver. Now, as far as you want one in a good condition with low miles, it's going to cost you upwards of 15 is the low end, like 90k miles with that's just clean. But one's starting to get into like the 60k range to 40k mile range. Those usually go for between 17 to like 25. And I mean, that's not bad considering you're getting a new old stock car essentially. That's just for the Chrysler 300. For the Charger, it's completely different. Like, I don't understand why. I don't understand this, but the Chargers and the Magnums cost way more than the Chrysler 300 as far as for the SRT variants. And I mean, they made, I believe, 12,000 Chrysler 300 SRT8s, and the Magnums, they made, I believe, the numbers like less than 6,000. It's around that number somewhere, but that's reasonably why. But back then, of course, the Chrysler costed more because it was the luxury version of the SRTs or whatever. But the pricing for the Chargers, even high mileage Chargers, I've seen ones with 200k still above 10k. Again, the Hemi is a reliable motor. It is a very reliable motor if you treat it correctly and you know you keep it maintained. If you just dog it and don't get its oil changed and idle it too much, that's a big thing with Hemis. If you idle it too much without without even just doing a simple like something like that, then that can, you know, determine the engine's life or whatever. But the pricing on Chargers started around like 11 to, sometimes you'll find it like a rebuilt title one or a salvage title one. That goes for any of these cars except for Magnums. You'll find one go for under 10K. But hopefully I'm not covering the mic up. I just think I think I was just covering the mic up. Hopefully you guys heard that, so I don't have to redo this video. Anyway, the Chargers, the high mileage, start about 11 to 16K, which is ridiculous. And that's literally between 100K miles to 210K miles. That's literally, I've seen ones literally with 225K miles. They want 10.5 for the car, even though they're clean. But 215,000 miles, dude, like, you're not getting 10 grand for that. But nonetheless, people list them cars for the prices that they list them for anyway. But for like a low mileage, decent mileage, Charger SRT. Again, and I am speaking for the 2005 through 2010 years. Well, right now. We'll get into the other stuff later. But ones that are like lower mileage, under 100K miles, they're gonna go for about I literally stalk the market on SRTs. Like, I literally window shop so much. And yeah, that's really where I'm basing my prices on. I window shop a lot. And I'm not really, I haven't mentioned this, but I'm not really speaking on dealers. Dealer prices are going to be just stupid if you find one at a dealer. But anyway, yeah, the sub 100K mile cars are going to be around anywhere from lower 16s to upwards almost 30K. And I've seen some go for 35, 32K that were like under 20K miles though. Now for the Magnum SRT, if you're gonna look for a Magnum SRT, you're better off. You can't even find one on auction. You're better off building one yourself, or building a clone. I know people don't like doing that, but it's the honest truth, because they're very rare. And if you do find them, they're gonna be listed anywhere from 15. I've only seen literally, I think I want to say 5 or 6 SRT Magnums that were under 15K, but still not under 10K. And one of them actually had a rebuilt title. It wasn't painted. It was actually just completely primered, and the front bumper was cracked. And they wanted, I believe, 11.7 for it. And I don't remember the mileage, but yeah, like, even I've seen like 2 Magnum SRTs with like, I believe like one of them had like 170 and then the other one had 195. Yeah. And those were actually recent. Those were still above 10K. Like, Magnum SRTs are very rare and very desirable as far as for the Mopar enthusiasts, and they are becoming a collector's item eventually. I mean, these cars are about to be almost 20 years old, which is crazy to say. But yeah, so the Magnums really go for 15, anywhere to 15 to like 45, and the ones that are anywhere above 30, they're always gonna have less than 30K miles. Now, and the ones in the 20s and like the the higher teens, they're still gonna be near 100K. You know, just they're not gonna be the most desirable mileage unless you just want to get SRT. And that's totally understandable for people who haven't even had one yet. And now that Dodge is discontinuing the SRT, or not the SRT, because you just seen the electric garbage that they came out with. But yeah, they're discontinuing the Hemi, period, in 2023, December 31st, to be exact. That's when I don't even know how to say his last name, Kaniskis, I think so. I think that's what he said during a press conference. And that sucks, you know. These cars are just going to shoot up in price, and people are going to start using that to their advantage. They're going to be like, they're not making these anymore, you can't buy this after certain so yeah, so these cars are going to be more desirable over the years and become higher in price over the years, and people are going to start holding on to them, so they're going to be less and less in the market. So I think now is the best time to get it. And if you can't get it now, then it's just going to get higher in price over the years. And for the younger audience that can't even drive yet, see if you can, which I know a lot of people are unfortunate, or just people are unfortunate enough, but if you are fortunate enough, see if your parents can help you save up for one, and you know, you can get allowance or something to save us, just something, you know. Or because when you get older, when you first get your first car, even if you're like 12 right now and you get your license at 16, and then say you get SRT when you're, I don't know, 18, the price is going to be double what they are right now, you know. They're going to be pretty high. Now, these cars, period. The Chargers, Challengers. Damn it, I didn't even mention the Challenger. So the 2008 to 2010 Challenger, I'm not going to mention the 392s. Those are very highly priced SRT8 6.1s because there were so few of them. And they started in, I believe, 2009. So it's not even an 08 Challenger SRT. It's actually... No, there is an 08. They started as a SRT8, but then I think 2009 is where they brought in the SXT. Yeah. So, actually, let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. But yeah, so the Challengers, they're never gonna be like, in Chicago right now, the Illinois area, period. Every SXT I'm seeing, every V6 Challenger I'm seeing is between like 8 to 11K, bro. So even the RTs, they're all over 10K. Like, that's crazy. But I mean, I get it, I don't get it, but I'm not gonna pay that much for RT. Anyway, SRT pricing for Challengers starts anywhere from they average pretty high. The lowest I've seen one was like 17.5, and that was a high mileage one. That was like 150 on it. It was a 2010, yeah. So I'd say anywhere from just below 18 to anywhere above, 40 something K. And again, those are going to be the lower mileage ones that get above 30. So now maintenance on the SRT. Hold on, let's see. Maintenance on an SRT. Real quick, guys. I got AC. That's hilarious to hear somebody say. Hold on. But yeah, bro. Challengers and man, these cars are expensive, man. Like when I first got this SRT8, I did an oil change, you know, standard beginning procedures or whatever. And dude, when I went to go get the oil for this car, because I bought the Pennzoil Platinum or SRT oil, and I paid, I believe it was like $87 or something like that after taxes. And I didn't even get seven quarts, because I got 1 quart of Lucas, which is $14. Where it's 15 something after tax. So just about $100 in oil, and that's not even including the oil filter. The oil filter, I didn't get the Pennzoil oil filter. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't get a Mopar mobile oil, or I didn't get a Mopar oil filter because I think they wanted $30 for it. I'm like, nah, they bugging. So, what did I get for this car? Okay, I got a mobile one, and that mobile one was like, I think like around $10. So like $100 and something. Let's just say like $130 at the most for an oil change on these things. If you don't do it yourself, the dealership's gonna charge you. I think they wanted to charge me $100 to do it. $100 or $60? I don't remember. But yeah, that's extra money when oil change is one of the easiest things that you can do on a car. Like honestly, like it literally would take me like 5 minutes to change the oil in my girl's Honda, and probably like that's after the oil is drained or whatever. But with the oil drained and you know everything being ready to remove as far as like the oil filter or whatever, I could change this car's oil in a total of 30 minutes just because, you know, the oil drains or whatever. We gotta wait for it to drain fully, and you know, and that's being generous with it. That's not even timing myself, because I feel like it'll be faster than that. And but yeah, if you don't do the work yourself, you're gonna be out a lot of more money. So I did my oil change myself. I do pretty much all the work on my cars myself. Like if your Brembos need new pads, dude, that's like, I'm not even gonna click off this video right now. I'm just gonna estimate what I've seen. I've seen a full set of Brembo pads go for like $200. And then that's for the 4-piston Brembos that come on this car. And I haven't had to replace mine yet because mine are still brand new. But don't let you have 6-piston Brembos, dude. And I'm actually thinking about getting 6 pistons because I like the way they look. They look way better. The only negative thing I've heard about 6 pistons is they got a lot of brake dust, and I got a really good brake dust cleaner, so I'm not even worried about that. But that is another thing with the SRT. The brake dust, dude. Like the front wheels get a lot of brake dust depending on the brake pads you have. And I mean, if you don't have a good cleaner, then you're gonna have a hard time cleaning these wheels, especially if you get some like Hellcat, the ones with, I forgot what they call. I might as well just call them original Hellcat wheels, because they first came out with the original Hellcat wheels. If you got those on your car, then you're gonna have to clean them up really good and get into each spoke or whatever. But tires, I have Pirelli P0s on here right now, so I believe that's, or yeah, Pirelli. I think that's the same thing that comes on this car in the first place. Or no, actually Firehawks come on this car, I think. I don't remember. I don't. But 245, 4520, those tires. If you don't buy used, and I don't recommend buying used. If you buy brand new tires, it's about like $400 some. And if you get the Pirellis, I believe that's like five something. It's like around $500 for some good Pirellis. Or bro, if you want to get some slicks on this thing, dude, slicks are like $500 for just two. So then I believe the street radios are like $397 for two, or three something for two, just two tires. Now, do I think these SRT8s need it? No, I don't. I don't think you need it at all with the SRT8. I think you just need to know how to launch your car. Because there's been times where I can shoot this thing off like a rocket. I could completely avoid wheel spin. I can completely avoid wheel spin with these things. If you don't know how to launch this car and you got traction control off, then you'll spin a little bit. It doesn't spin that bad, unless your tires are garbage. And if you have good tires, you don't have to worry about wheel spin, really. These things, they're powerful, but they're not like a Hellcat where it's going to spin through first, second, and third gear. Also, another thing with these cars, you got to make sure that they're, make sure that, like, before you even buy one, you got to make sure that the water pump's good, the oil pump's good, there's no lift or tick. Because to my surprise, 6.1s actually do get lift or tick, and it's been a false misconception that Hemis get lift or tick due to MDS, and that's not true. It does happen more on the 2011 to like 14 years of Hemi, and but yeah, it's from the lack of lubrication during idle. That's all it is. The lack of lubrication to the lifters during idle. And the new Mopar lifters, aka the what people used to call them as the Hellcat lifters, those that literally pretty much solves the problem. You don't even have to worry about lift or tick really anymore, unless you run your car low on oil. And I do recommend getting Lucas each time you do an oil change. It does greatly extend the engine life. I remember I had Lucas in my 2002 Saturn, or it was an 01, and it had a rod knock, and I put Lucas in it, and the knock wasn't even loud at first. It started as like a little tap, because I didn't know I was running my car low of oil, so I topped up the oil and put Lucas in it, and lasted me like an extra 4 months. And then, I mean, it did eventually run low on oil again, then blow on me on the highway. But again, it's not even about that. I recommend getting Lucas each time you do an oil change, whether you do it or you have somebody do it for you. It's another thing that with these cars. Mods. So mods are very expensive in the Mopar world versus Chevy and Ford. I don't understand that part. I really don't, but it's just the way it is. You gotta live with it. But cam kits, usually about, depending on what you get, anywhere from $1,100 to like $2,300. I've seen them go upwards to $3,600 sometimes. Like, it depends on what you get, dude. You can put a Hellcat supercharger on these cars. That is a popular mod with the 5.7. Let's get the adapter plates, which are $3,500 for adapter plates, and then the Hellcat supercharger, if you find one on Marketplace, usually cost you about anywhere from $2,000 to like $6,000, depending on if it's new, if it's used. I've seen this literally a total of like 10 times now in Chicago. People have bought the adapter plates, the adapter kit to mount it onto these 5.7s and 6.1s and 6.4s. They have the adapter kit, they have the supercharger, they have everything you need, but they want to get rid of it because they got our actual Hellcat. And I've seen that too many times now, and the prices is too good sometimes. Like one time they were selling everything for $2,500 because they wanted space in their garage. The average price I've seen was like $3,700 for everything, you know. And if you can find that, that's a steal, dude. Like you don't have to do anything to the engine as far as the bottom end or the top end, especially these 6.1s, to hold boost, or unless you got, Lord forbid, you got a 6.4 and trying to boost it with just stock, you're gonna blow it. But yeah, that's a great mod to do. Cold air intake, that's the average. That's pretty much the first mod a lot of people do. Whether you want to go JLT, KNN, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of cold air intakes you can get. But cold air intakes go from anywhere from what I paid for this garbage, which was, I believe I paid like $68 after tax, all the way upwards to the highest one I've actually seen price was like $550, and that was for a closed box. I don't remember the brand. I don't remember, but cold air intakes don't give you any horsepower. They give you some better low end torque and a great engine sound. Like if you have nothing done to your exhaust, or even just catless, and you still got your resonators and your mufflers, the car breathes so much better. It sounds so good. What else? Long tube or shorty headers. If you want to, a lot of people sometimes just get the SRT shorty headers. That's fine, but again, long tubes is really where you're going to get most of that power at from that type of mod. Shorties, as far as SRT, a lot of people just get the SRT manifolds. I've seen them just go for about like $200, $300. Now long tubes, there is a brand on eBay that sells them. I believe it's called Paysetter or something, and they sell them for about like $230 or something like that. They're pretty cheap, and I've seen a lot of people get them and have them for years and not have issues. But I have seen other people get issues with them. So I mean, you get what you pay for, essentially. What else is a good thing? Oh, tune. Whether you want to get the Diablo handheld tuner, which the i3, or the Trinity, I mean, you can really essentially, you can find some on Marketplace. I've seen some on Marketplace for like $200. Not the Trinity, but the i3, just the small handheld iPhone looking one. You can get, the lowest I've seen a Trinity ever go for was like $400, and they're brand new. They're, I believe, I want to say $700 or $669. One of them, $699 or $669. I don't remember, but they're pretty costly. I mean, they're worth it at the end of the day, but they're pretty costly mod. And I mean, you do gain horsepower, you do gain torque from tuning your car. And I mean, you don't have to get the Trinity. You can just get the handheld and do the same thing, essentially, with the Trinity versus the Trinity, whatever. Goodness. A lot of people get the Hellcat style hood, or the one with the single scoop hood. Those usually run for about $700 with shipping, or unless you can get lucky and find one on Marketplace for like $300, $400, you got to buy from Amerihood or wherever you're getting it from, and it's gonna be about $700 to get that kind of mod. And then you gotta paint it, then you gotta or you're gonna wrap it, whatever you want to do. What else? Starlight headliner, that's anywhere from, and this is I'm talking about if you do it yourself. I'm not talking about getting it installed, 'cause I know what I do everything myself. I'm not gonna this video's 30 minutes, getting kind of long. I'm not going to pay somebody to do something I can do myself. But that costs anywhere from, I'm trying to I gotta shorten this video. Anywhere from goodness, bro. Fuck, I don't know what I was talking about. Anywhere from $200 to $600. Hellcat interior, you can do that anywhere from $1K to $4,500. That's not including the dash. The dash you can't get it all done for about $2K. But again, it's a lot that you have. If you're gonna do a dash swap and expect all to like the electronics and stuff to work, it's gonna be a lot to get it work with the 5-speed trans and the existing engine, unless you're just doing a complete swap. Steering wheels usually from anywhere from $500 to $2K, depending on what you get done to it, which is insane prices, but I'm gonna get one soon. What else? Am I missing something? Spoilers like wicker bills and stuff like that, that's anywhere from $200 to $300, $350-ish. What else? SRT OEM wheels is what a lot of people put on these cars. You can get anywhere from, spend anywhere from $700 to $5K on wheels, and as far as OEMs, not reps, OEM takeoffs. What else? Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. I can't get. Oh, Pro Chargers. That's literally like $7,500. And again, this is not installed. This is if you do it yourself. Superchargers, Pro Chargers, above 6K. That's above 6K mod. If you just got the money just to throw at the car like that, then go ahead. Man, what else? I think I got everything. Man, just keep these cars up, bro. These cars they're not gonna be around forever. They're gonna be a collector's car eventually. Yeah, man. If we get to the end of the video, which I don't even think anybody would, just because it's 33 minutes, bro, and it's gonna be a raw upload. 33 minutes, and I'm losing train of thought sometimes. Man, this is gonna be ridiculous. But anyway, if you guys make it to the end of the video, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. This is the pricing on to own, what it costs, and maintenance and mods for SRT8. I'm out.